Hey folks, it's Ben. In these daily log videos, unfortunately, I don't always get down to the nitty-gritty of what I've actually done during the day. And so, unfortunately, this is one of those videos. What I did do is set aside the components I wanted out of the mower from yesterday's video. The piston with the broken connecting rod, and I did extract the two valves, the intake and the exhaust, or vice versa, the springs, and then the, not tappets. They're not even rocker arms. They're the part that rides along the plastic cam. What the heck's the term for that? Anyway, I saved those two. But what I did do is I have a variety of chemicals here. Engine degreaser, carburetor cleaner, and I don't even think I use that. That's WD-40. But what I did is I rebuilt the carburetor. And what I did for that is once it's off the machine, YouTube the videos. Not that I'm not trying to promote my own, but there's really good videos on YouTube on how to clean these things. But there are 5 screws, one here, and then 3 on this side, just Phillips heads. And you can take that assembly off. And from that, what you can do is you can clean the tank, clean the inside of the tank, clean the pretend bowl that's in there. And then you can also wipe down the carburetor, spray cleaner up from the, essentially the pretend jet up side. You can clean up the fuel pickup tube, clean up the little, pretty much everything involved with the carburetor, including the little throttle that's in there, because these are very simple machines. And like I said, there are a lot of videos out there that, come on buddy, focus for me, a lot of videos out there that do a good job explaining, come on, there you go, do a good job explaining exactly what to do, including the O-rings that are right here. And once again, I promise you, I'll probably, for this carburetor, we'll take it apart anyway, promise you a video on how to do it. Still got that other motor over there to take apart. Now I got this carb to rebuild. Now, the one that was here, I rebuilt it. This is actually from my compost, the recompostinator, which was running like crap. It was hot, it was barely ran, it wouldn't be at full idle, but it'd be full throttle, so, you know, it had some issues. So let's walk over there, since I was pretty much just walking to the Quandit to grab my phone anyway, and I'll show you it. Now, we've been running the recompostinator. We originally had half done this one, and then today we did the other half, and then we did all of this. So this bin is now empty. This one needs to be returned over. It's very dry. And why this one looks so brown and powdery is that some of the spray from this one came over into this one here. Here's the chassis, where, you know, you dump the compost here, goes down. What I've done with the mower is actually set up the rear wheels a little higher. That gives it a little bit more space for the blade. And long story short, it runs great. Now, we went through the motor yesterday and made sure all the cooling fins were clean, and I'll probably blow it down every time because it is consuming a very dusty product, and we'll make sure it's running great. Now, this carburetor was from the motor from yesterday that had the broken connecting rod on the broken piston. What I had done is taken it all apart, cleaned everything. It was actually in much worse shape than the one that we took off here. Bolted it up to the machine, and man, does it run great. Actually two pushes on the primer bulb, started right up. Throttle runs great, so you can run it low or high, and it doesn't spur, doesn't go up and down, it doesn't chug, it just runs, which is awesome. And the motor didn't get hot, so we're not running lean, so it's getting the approximate proper mixture of fuel. So I was very pleased with that. So it is worth, you know, re-cleaning these things. I didn't need a gasket. This carburetor wasn't that dirty, so I can't say that, oh wow, I really found something wrong. We'll find out when we clean the old carburetor off this mower what was wrong with it, and that'll be probably a cool takedown video. But did redo the machine, and man, it runs sweet, because we only ran half a pile and the mower was smelling hot and we just stopped at it. This time we just kept going and it ran great. The compost piles we're discovering when they're this chipped need a ton of water. We're putting 16 gallons in each one. We probably need to kick it up to about 30, about twice as much, just because the material is so fine inside that there's so much capacity to hold water. We just need to add more, but boy, this is going to be some sweet stuff for the garden. Our next composting is we're going to take and recompost this one. So we'll blow it into probably this side here. And then we will, once again, take some of the chicken, those are shavings from the chicken coop. And then we have the hay bale leftovers here, which in theory, because of nitrogen, this is mostly a carbon, although really it's got a lot of chicken poop, which is nitrogen in it. But hopefully get this yard cleaned up, because then we still have all these to shred with the shredder. All these sticks and twigs for a pure carbon source. We've got a lot of work to do. So today we got some recomposting going on there. The machine's working great now. But that's it. Rebuilding that carburetor was the best thing ever. So we'll be doing that. I hope to have one rebuilt and waiting if I ever have another mower issue. If you have questions or comments, just let me know. Thanks and have a good day.